Hello and welcome to KOS Casting. I'm Bold Health and today I'll be bringing you a Company of Heroes commentary between myself as the British and Panzer as the Panzer Elite. I'm relatively new to this game. I'm not new to this genre as I've played Dawn of War 2 for quite some time now, but this is one of my first ranked games. So let's get into it. I'm moving up and taking this munitions point in the middle because I want to get a strong foothold on this centre point. Because as you can see, there's a few choke points that he needs to use in order to cross the river. So if I can control this centre high ground, then I believe that I can keep him back. And what he's doing is he's securing the munitions point in the top section of the map. I've started off with the recon element, which all British troops get, and I've also bought myself a lieutenant to start off with, so I can capture the points a bit quicker. Because obviously the Tommies from the British team are very slow unless they have the recon element. Obviously the Panzer Elite have an edge on me at capturing points with this Ketterkrad, just due to its speed, but it has no form of defence. And you see here he's got out some Panzer Grenadiers and he's building towards a scout car, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to push down on this bottom part of the map, bottom left, and start securing all this section so I can get my income coming in as fast as possible. Since I've got this section uncontended, I decided to push over to his half of the map and start taking the fuel near his base, so it'd force him to try and take that back, giving me some more time to capture the bottom left. I've got a second Tommy squad here, so I'm going to use to capture these 2 points in order to connect this, the centre. Let's see what happens here. He seems to be relatively slow on his captures on this bit. What I heard there was just some gunfire from the automated turrets. As I went past the firing arc, because I'm still just trying to expand as fast as I can so I can get my income coming in a bit quicker. Here he comes to contest the centre. You can see it's flashing out. I was going to move my command truck further up so I'd have a forward respawn point, but as I saw this scout car, which at the time I thought was an armoured car, I decided to redeploy my command point in order to get out a Bren carrier to counter it, which should start doing in a few seconds here. Just pulling my Tommy squad back over to defend this point and hold them off as long as I can.
Forward supply lines are broken.
We're setting up mobile HQ on this position.
Fire light starting here. So yeah, just get. Don't know what that guy's doing. He's got death. Just get one of my sniping positions to get in to kill, and then the other guy actually picks him off, forces him to retreat. This scout car still thinks it can outdo the common squads, which I kind of agree. So I believe I'll retreat the squad in 2 seconds. There we go. I'll lose 2 more then. Bringing up my other squad to try and hold the centre. Try and take out this Ketterkrad, but did it become a little bit less accurate just as it's about to fall. You see, while I'm still fighting, my lieutenant's still capturing this bottom part of the map, so that I can secure all my territories. I made him panic a bit there, so I'm going to recapture this centre and then I'm going to set up.
Ready for orders.
I really should have this guy moving about now, but come on.
Ready for battle orders.
As I mentioned, I'm kind of new to the this game.
Listen up, gents.
Obviously I've played strategy games such as StarCraft 2, Dawn of War 2 and all that over the years, so I've got the general gist, but it's just getting used to these factions and that. I'm just reinforcing my Tommy squad and I'm going to take them up on the Bren carrier. The reason for getting this Bren carrier is I'm going to use its armour piercing burst to try and take out those scout cars. I believe he misses me here. I'm just setting up a Vickers machine gun to try and hold this hill, keep the Panzers back, because as you can see the firing arc covers most of the choke points in the centre, so it forced them to take another route or take some losses.
Build complete.
So now the command truck is on the
Supply
move. I'm going to
lines
get
are
forward
broken.
position
Have
and
a
get my
territory cut
fuel
off from
income
supply.
coming in slightly faster so that I can get my tanks out later.
Go ahead, sir.
What I'm doing now is I'm putting this lieutenant into the brain carrier because it gives you protection and still generates this aura for the veterancy. And additionally, you can use it to capture points. It's basically like an armoured Ketocrad with weapons. So it's a really good little tip there. I picked that up from the Company Heroes GameReplays.org, I believe. Their strategy guides.
We've
I
secured the
think they're
munitions,
helping
awaiting further orders.
me get a bit better as the British, which are my preferred team. One thing that I would like to bring to attention is that I'm trying to be as aggressive as I can. Although a lot of people would stand back with the British when they're getting used to the game, but because it's such a defensive team, you might take it for granted, and then obviously the enemy just recapture loads of points and force them back. There you go. I've just put in that vehicle to disable it, and then start cutting off. As I see this infantry half-back, I decide to pull up the hill and use my Vickers machine gun, which he doesn't know is there. And after retreat from the squad, they've taken a lot of loss. I am upgrading this brain carrier to give it a the machine gun is British, yeah. Force them into that arm back, cause them to retreat now. As you just seen in the bottom left, mini-map, I've just got my engineer truck coming out, and I'm going to put it here to further increase the fuel income. Just a nice route there.
Standing by on you.
And that's one thing that,
Vickers, I think I'm in love.
as you know, when you get that, it no longer transports men, but it gets the armor piercing burst, and it's more effective against units. Now what happens here is, because nothing's happening, instead of just waiting for him to make a move, I'm going to push over and start stealing his resource points on the top island to keep the pressure up and force him to react. Otherwise they can just sit back in the base and build more cars, as they're doing now. That's one thing I found out when I've played before, that if you don't keep the pressure up, then they can just sit back, tank up to tier up to tanks, and then just rush you all the way back. And that's another reason I got this command truck out quicker, so that I could get my engineers and get some counter vehicles, because the British don't get any early on, unlike the Americans who get the sticky bombs. You need to get to that tier 2 in order to take out vehicles with the British. They just don't have anything apart from the what is it, the little Bren carrier with its armor piercing burst. That's all they've got, and once they start getting heavier vehicles out, it's not that effective.
Captured the target.
There you go.
Standing by to move.
This is when I just realised that they've pulled a whole battalion over
captured. No enemy action.
the water crossing here.
A sector is being overrun.
I'm actually getting my Piats because I only saw one of the half-tracks at the time. I didn't realise he's got two and
The
a scout
initiative
car
is
with him,
ours.
so I thought I
Victory
could take it out
countdown
with the Piats. And as you can see, I'm just taking this top part of the island as well. I'm forcing it in a retreat so I can get my men down to the bottom quicker. Instead of walking them down, I just retreat them to the midpoint and then walk them. And I've got my scout squad continuing the captures. Here comes my Bren carrier to try and counter their vehicles. And that just got
The vehicle has been knocked out.
Ragnar for the win. And here I realise he's got a mortar half track. I still haven't seen these Luftwaffe, so I don't know what doctrine he's on there yet. I'm letting my points accumulate before I decide to go. As I see this slight hit for the early game, I realise I've got to get some tank guns down as fast as I can. So I was hoping that they'd stay back enough that I could get this 17-pounder AT gun finished but unfortunately got a good hit on my brain carrier and wasn't scared of it anymore, so it's just pushed it right back. So that's why I brought my men down here to try and keep them back long enough to get my AT gun up. But that mortar's wreaking right havoc on it. As you see, I've only got one guy left. I was hoping to be able to finish it, but it loses a lot of health. And because of that half-track, infantry half-track, I'm going to have to retreat my men. There you go. Just lost that. Now, so yeah, I'm trying to get some more sappers out to get Piats and some anti-tank guns to counter this vehicle.
Supply lines threatened. Is attempting to secure one of
as
our
I see this, I was hoping I could build an AT gun in this section here, but one of my engineers has shot at the car and it's just pulled his attention. So instead of losing more resources, I decided to cancel it and retreat my men up to the command point here, and I'm going to build around this section to keep them back. Because as you can see, he's taking his time capturing these points, and that was my only window to try and get one up. But because he was doing that, I've started capturing the top, because I know most of his forces on the bottom, so if he's going to capture that, I'm going to take his top to keep it even. I was going to bring this command truck up towards my main HQ, but I realised that would be a really bad idea because I'd just run straight through him and it'd probably get destroyed. So what I'm going to do is I've moved it further down in the corner to hide it, and luckily he doesn't come for this fuel point. He keeps pushing towards the middle. Here you go, you can see I'm getting the 17 pounder built up for when his men start to re-push. This recon squad's still just capturing all the top section. I've built a new brain carrier, and this time I don't upgrade it, I just keep my lieutenant in it, and I'm using him as a quick capture troop, so that he can enable, like, he can capture all these sections a lot faster than my recon squad element, and I can pull them back to help defend the HQ. See his focus fire with the machine gun. I've got my 70 pounder up. For some reason, there we go, got a good hit on that. Infantry half-track realises what he's just done, so he's trying to get out of there. I don't know how he can miss at that range. Takes him a shot, come on. Just misses. This scout car becomes a right hassle because I don't have a Bren machine gun on my men. So what I think is I'm going to get that and I'm going to button it. But until I do get that, he just keeps microing this scout car out of the way of my AT gun, so I can't actually hit it. I thought that was a good micro on his part because he kept me looking down here. But as I was doing it, I set my lieutenant's Bren carrier to capture other sections because I know he's looking down here to keep an eye on that scout car. It's just forced it back here. There we go. I'll try and get another shot. Hit the sandbags. Oh, here we go. We've got an incendiary round from this mortar half-track, which does quite a considerable bit of damage to all my men around it. Luckily, this doesn't take that much damage from it. And we'll see in a minute, if I just put the fog back on. I can't actually see it at this moment in time, but as I move my PS squad up to try and deal with it, I'll shortly get some vision on it. It's just on the outskirts of my range, so what I do is I get my 17 pounder to attack the ground where it is, and then just see. Come on. There we go, just hit the front. It's got tiny extra range. I was lucky enough to hit that shot there. I don't know what he's doing with this squad here. He's not paying attention to it at all, and they're just auto-attacking there. He's trying to micro this section at the top. Still, I cancelled my Bren machine gun partway through to get reinforced the squad. So he sees his time to push and try to get his 17 pounder. Luckily, with the Piats, they can fire over hedges and walls and that, so they don't need a direct view, so they're safe down on that walkway. I managed to take out their half. Still keeps microing this scout car, so I can't actually push it. As you see, he's going down the defensive side to keep it alive. He's Luftwaffe keeping it alive. And this Panzer released a lot of force on the ground. one of the bad things about the Piats is sometimes it can be really inaccurate. So I want to try and hit the scout. Quite disappointing. Still hanging in there, the AT gun is. Here comes my friend. And go on. Obviously I'm trying to reinforce it and get a button on that scout so that I can take it out and take the 17-pounder. My sniper element is pushing back the squads, and because I'm so close to my command point I can easily reinforce. And as you can see, I've still been capturing these points at this top with this brain carrier because he's not paying attention and he's using all his forces to try and take out my base here. At the same time, I've been building. Oh no, I haven't yet. Well, I'll start building more engineers to counter his vehicles. I've got a feeling he's going to start trying to get tanks out soon. Well, that was my thinking. This scout got so lucky. I managed to button it, and my gun still missed at point blank range. As you can see, he's happy about that. And not. I'm just amazed that he managed to avoid all that damage. No, he's been pushed back a lot now. That I think it was me, the button ability from my Tommies that scared him off because he knew he was going to lose it eventually to my 17-pounder. So now that they've pulled back, I'm going to recapture this bottom part of the map with my brain carrier. I didn't see this Whirl Blade until a bit later, but where are they? As you see, I've got some more engineers that have come out. And some more are building down here after I get my captain, because I want to get up to my tanks as fast as I can. Because, as I said, if you don't get your tanks out before they do, they're just going to power raid you. So I'll try and get my tanks as quick as possible. And I want this captain over here near the 17-pounder help defend. Now I've pushed them back. I knew that they might come back over here. So that's why I've brought this engineer squad down to build a new 17-pounder and cut off this section so he can't flank me from there. I've got my Tommies recapturing stuff. That's one thing
Troops are now able
you want to get
to
used to doing. If your men can't fight, say they've got tanks and that, and you've just got some scouts, snipers and all that, that would usually die, get them to capture something. You know, if they just stood around doing nothing, it's a waste. But if you can't, it's also a waste if you send them in and they die, because you've got to reinforce them for later, or it's just wasted manpower. So you might as well get them doing something. So if instead of sending them into the thick of it, where they're just going to die, you might as well capture as much as you can. As you can see, I'm still haven't chosen my doctrine here. But now I know he's gone Luftwaffe. I know he's not going to be getting things like tank destroyers and artillery out. I don't have to worry about going down the artillery doctrine to counter that, or I don't have to get too aggressive with the commando squads because I'm doing quite well as it is.
Jerry's overrunning one of our sectors.
Doesn't stop for houses, does he? And trying to get this rebuilt because I saw his squad then. That's why I've rotated this 17-pounder to point in this direction for when he tries to cross the water. Oh my man!
Germans have penetrated the lines. They're trying to take a sector.
Brain carrier still capturing still, and then I start pulling them back. I get a little bit of a pile up of engineers here. At the time I was focusing on this section up here, and I didn't realise it. And then as I built them, I was like, "Oh, that just was." So instead of walking them, it would have been quicker if I got them to retreat. Obviously, I want to try and upgrade them with a Piat first, and then get them on the run. But it looks like I've still got time. As you can see, he's trying to set up a defence on this island now, because I've proper put him on the back foot by capturing all these sections. So he's trying to stop me. And give his men some extra cover if I try and push over.
Down protection.
As you just heard there, I've decided to go down the defensive doctrine to get more armour on my defences and get my Churchill tanks out, my hull down, and increase resource income. I go down the left-hand side of the doctrine first, so I've got improved defences, hull down, and then I get my improved income. As you can see, he's got a munitions half-track, so that his men can throw his grenades a lot more. His mortar can use its barrage quicker. Because I know they're up there, I've sent my Bren carrier over for a little cheeky ninja cat. Here we go. Got my PS over there. Unfortunately, this bit of ground just in front of the gun, is absorbing the shot. Eventually that does break and I get some shots off, but I'm just pain to take them out a lot.
There's only 200 points remaining after one of our munitions.
Here. Lost quite a few men in that push. How many men he's got clumped around now. I'm just trying to distract them so the Piats could get their shots off, but unfortunately they didn't at that time. Here we go. Now he's broken through that wall, he can actually start firing down at the half guns. So I'm going to repress the attack and try and take out this half patch from the Piats.
Supply lines up here. Territory cut off from supply.
See how I'll retreat again. I'm that close to my command point. Might as well have them there respawning. Yeah, he's not microing his men there, so we'll just walk straight into that.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
That's Carson. Here we go, 17-pounder. I've actually got the Cromwell tank out. I bought my tank HQ down here, set it up, and bought a Cromwell as much as I could. Try and counteract this armour he's getting out.
So that's the target has improved our
I just start pressing again. As you can see, I'm still capturing this top section of that ring. I forced a full round. I managed to take out vehicles. The munitions half kept. Now he needs to get some heavy anti-armour out as quick as he can. But because I've kept him on the back foot the whole game by capturing all these sections, all he's really got are these whirl blades and Panzer Shrek infantry, which he's only got one of at the moment, so that's all I'm going to start buying next. But if you see, he hasn't bought any more buildings to advance in his tech tree. While I'm doing this, I'm going to push over, because I've caught this section with my Bren carrier. What I do is I bring my engineers over, and I'll set up a anti-tank gun at the top, so he can't bring his men out. Hopefully, he's thinking, oh, he's just got one tank there, so if I storm it, I can take it out. That's why I put this behind it to reinforce it, and then he's just starting to push out. He's going to try and take this bottom again, but as my Cromwell tank comes in, it forces him to pull back and deal with it. We'll just see in a few seconds. There we go. He's got more to try and deal with the men. Unfortunately, I hit a click flat and speed by accident when I meant to pull down. So that was a misclick on the half. He's trying to flank it here. Little does he know about my AT gun, and here come my Piats. Completely decimate it.
German forces are trying to take the petrol center.
Money well spent, those Piats. The Cromwell tanks using that. He tried to flank with those Panzer Shreks, but he wasn't expecting this. So I'm going to get down the back. See, how did they survive that? It's like an explosive shell. I think there goes two of his defences. He's proper trapped in his base now. And again, I'm still capturing everything I can with that Bren carrier. I start bringing these men up because I think, oh, with this tank I could probably push in and start destroying his base. That's why I start bringing the Piats up as well to back it up. So he's got a lot of men clustered here, and he starts.
The Mark IV Churchills are under our command.
Getting out some more Panzer Shreks. They forced me to go back a little bit. Just how much damage they do. Try and pull down so it reduces 25% penetration. When this, the whirl blade just taking that line with the Piats. It's exactly the game though. I was looking down here and I just saw it crash. They automatically fired on. You see how powerful these Panzer elites are. They're just destroying my men and decide to pull them back. I don't want to lose my engineers there. I was just trying to reverse it up, but for some reason decided to turn around. Luckily that Panzer Shrek missed, so it would have done a lot more damage. They probably could have even taken it out of it. He had a rear arm here. There you go, he can tank shell. So I'm going to
Battlefield
down
intel
in this
shows the
position.
Germans down to 100
Just trying to
points.
aim at the front here, because you still get rear armour hits even in hull down.
A sector
So
is
it's better
being
to have a
overrun.
That blob's just getting decimated by this copper shells. There's nothing that you can do now. I've got pretty much the whole map. We've got tanks out before him. He hasn't got the resources to get it. Yeah, I've just got him nicely hemmed into his base. So it's just a matter of time now.
We've got access to avionics.
Yeah, well, that was my first 1v1 rank game, and I think it went pretty well. As long as you keep on the offensive, it's like if your men aren't doing anything, then you're doing something wrong, because they can always be doing something. Even if they can't fight, they can go and try and capture points. Just don't let your enemy do what I've just done here and hem you into the base. Obviously, I'm not claiming to be pro or anything. As I said, it's my first rank game. I'm just getting into it and really enjoying it,
Force
actually.
their hand, they're down to 50 points.
But yeah, if you look at the places like Gamer Replays, companyheroes, gamerreplays.org, they have live streams and loads of strategies and videos you can look at there to improve your game. And yeah, just make sure you keep an eye on what you're doing. Make sure you're always pressing the advantage when you've got it. If they retreat, then you push, because you know they've had to pull back with the men, so they're not going to be able to get you straight away. So you take that time to press the advantage and just try and hem them in as best you can. Don't be timid and wait for them to make a move, because then they could easily just, as I said, get tanks ready and then just push out, and because you've just been sat there waiting for them to do it, you haven't got the things to deal with it. So
Target captured. We're waiting for orders.
Well, this is one of my
Germans
it's my first commentary, actually. I'd like to hear what people think about it. Constructive criticism, preferably, not just if there's anything. But anyway, I can improve it. I'd like some constructive criticism so I can get a bit better. And if you'd like to see any more, then just thumbs up and comment on the video. I'm also going to try and do some Dawn of War 2 videos from StarCraft 2 and get them out on the channel. But this is KOS Casting. Thanks for that. This has been Bold Elf, also known as Dan. And until next time, have a good day.